we stick like at 15 or 10 minutes to share up the stream to get everybody get in there, and then
Yeah,
we just start the podcast.
that's fine.
Oh, it will be streamed. Let me send you this. Send you the stream. You say it started, Yami?
Mm-hmm. Did it pop up yet?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a live.
Okay, I now get it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't see it pop up
One
here.
second ago. All right, nice. You didn't change the title.
Mm-hmm.
Change the title to episode featuring
Okay.
Team BGI and go. All right, I'm send you the link there so you can share it up. Oh, what's your name by the way?
You can call me Yoda. My name is David though.
David. Okay, so call you Yoda.
Yeah, you can call me Yoda.
All right, bet. Amanda and Satis, you want to join the podcast? All
And
right.
what's your name?
My name is Jaffa, but everybody calls me Scrappy or
Scrappy.
Scrapper.
A
Yeah,
scrapper. Okay, Scrappy or Scrapper. I
yeah,
should remember that.
yeah. Definitely, it's easy.
So you send it to me via the
I
link you
sent
sent
you
to me.
on Discord. If you want me to send it to you on Instagram, I could also do that.
Yeah, send it to me on Instagram.
All
I'm
right, no problem.
completely lost with Discord. I don't know much about Discord.
Well, Discord is the main platform for right now for gaming. So
Yep.
like even when I noticed how the Discord it was real technical for me. I used to use TeamSpeak. I don't know if you know about TeamSpeak.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
Instagram.
Alright.
Right? That's
Your
the.
your camera. What do you use for your camera to blur the background out like that?
Oh, you could on Discord it has a setting. Let me show you. So you just look at my screen share.
Okay.
Okay, so you see this little camera underneath here. Oh, you're not
Uh,
watching it yet.
what stream? I'm on it.
All right, right. You're gonna see this little camera right here. It has a little drop down. You click the drop down. You click change video background, and it has the blue option. You select the blue option, and then you click change background, and then you get the blue.
Oh, so that's only for Discord. That's
That no, that if you want to get the blue option for like when you're streaming, you have to have it in your OBS, I think, or you need an RTX card.
okay. I have it on my other PC because I'm in Ohio right now, so I'm on my laptop.
Right,
But
right,
I okay. Logitech
right.
Stream Cam. You said there's a blur option.
Yo, Lindsay, what's up, bud?
Yeah, there's a blue option right in
Oh, blur.
top.
There we go. Let's see if that works. If it doesn't, I'll just take it off. Oh, there we go.
Nice,
Pretty cool, actually. I didn't know that.
nice.
Now we look alike.
Yeah, my background isn't really too pleasing, so
Let's see.
try to blur it out. The name of the podcast is the Sheesh Session. I don't know if you know what Sheesh means.
Quiet or no? In
Huh?
Barbados. Sheesh means quiet in Barbados. So what does that mean?
Quiet.
Yeah.
Sheesh is basically like an international term of like you did something awesome
Mm,
or like outstanding.
okay, that's cool. I'm gonna share the stream to my guys as well. Let me see.
Nice. Or also you could send me after the stream your Discord of Team BGI.
Okay, no problem. Send you my Discord.
Yeah, your Discord itself. I'll link to it.
Okay, no problem. Share to what's up? Let's go.
More people in the stream right now, Yami.
See, that's 7. It's 11.
7? Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot up that in a jiffy. In a jiffy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Lucian living there rent free, dog. Tell yourself. That is a prop day, you know, dog.
I don't know if you guys saw the recruitment challenge I have going on Instagram right now.
I think so. I didn't really go through the Instagram much, but and saw in your story.
Mhm. Yeah. So that's not just for Barbados. That's for the entire world, Caribbean, and stuff like that. We're
Right,
reaching out
right.
to maybe we can talk about it a bit as well.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. All right, nice. Okay, boom.
Mhm.
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? So the followers, welcome to the Sheesh session.
Yeah, welcome to it.
Thank you
All
guys
right,
for having me.
let me share it up to the Discord.
Yo, what's up, edits? Beanos, Juicy.
Yo, what's up, BGI fam? Those my team members.
Nice. That's what I always
Nice.
like to see when like the team members support whatever it has going on. And I'm assuming you are like the owner, the leader of the
Yeah, I'm the
team.
org owner leader, slash leader.
Nice, nice. Thing here.
Team captain is BJ Vari.
Okay, okay. Oh, you mainly what? Fortnite or all round
No,
team?
no, I like to think we're all wrong team. That's what we're aiming for. But as you know,
Mm,
right now, Fortnite is the number one game in the world. So that's the game that has given so many people the popularity that most streamers and content creators would want. So that's the game that we're kind of pushing at the moment. But no, we're looking for players from all different sorts of gaming backgrounds. Whatever you're good at, you can create great content and great streaming. Produce a good stream. That's what we're looking for. That type of individual.
right.
Yo, what's up, Blitz? I'm Rob.
Mm,
Unlike Beanos.
right. You'll be set to begin in a few moments.
Juicy, what's going on, dude? Hardman, let you Juicy.
Trying to see the follow mob Zaya. Refresh my page.
Sorry, I didn't get the name of the other guy.
Yami.
Yeah,
Yami.
me,
Yo,
yeah.
what's going on, Yami?
Yeah, what's up, David?
I'm cool, man.
I'm not wildness.
I mean, he lying though.
Cap. Stop. Cap.
All slicks.
Fellas, you already know what to do. Share up the podcast. We're 50 people in here. Let's go. You know, we do it every podcast. This is your podcast. This is not SYG's podcast. This is the Caribbean's podcast where we talk about future development and plans. It sound like a opening kind of thing here, Big Show.
Mm-hmm. could do something like that. So when we start and
Yeah.
like
This is your podcast. Yeah. Definitely.
well,
Welcome to
Bisky,
Stream
good
Bisky.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Bisky,
night
you know
to
what to do. I
everybody
know what to
in the
do.
stream.
You know, drop a little share on the stream all over. This is the Caribbean stream.
That's right, BJ members, go share that stream, guys.
This
One of us
is the
grows,
Caribbean
everybody
stream.
grows.
Indeed.
You know, I
Let me
believe
see
that
if
the
I could.
Caribbean is big enough that all streamers, all content creators could grow and make a living out of this.
Yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure, for sure. The Caribbean's a big place. People just watch the Caribbean, be like, yeah, I vacation there, you know. This is a really big place.
Yeah, for sure.
Been saying this to a lot of people.
Just need to support each other, man. That's where the problem
Yeah,
comes.
that's all we need to do, bro.
I'm having some problems with the Wi-Fi here in Ohio at the moment, so if anything goes wrong, sorry about that ahead of time.
No, no problem, no
That's all
problem.
good.
You Gucci. That's okay.
Okay.
I don't even have like the proper Wi-Fi too, so okay, shit. See, I mean what I use.
There's a saying we have in Barbados. The grass always look greener on the other side. I don't. If you guys ever heard that Trinidad?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you would think that when you get to Ohio, that the internet would be so much better as is in the United States. And that's not the case. The ping is really good. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm playing the game, ping is ridiculous. But in terms of streaming, it's stress.
Mm.
Yeah, when the gaming is you just use download, but when the streaming is upload. If you
Yeah.
upload not good, well, problems.
It's horrible, man.
Skeptics, what you seen?
That's I'm
Before
almost done sharing up this. I just
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure everybody knew.
So before I would before I turn on the game, the download speed is like almost 100, and then from the time I turn on the game, the download speed drops to like 8.
Hmm.
So
Nah, that's real. That's a lot.
yeah, it's a lot.
That's a
And
big dip.
I get zero problems when I'm in Barbados, zero, unless flow's really really bugging out.
Mm.
Mm.
But it just goes to show appreciate everything you have, you know.
Yep.
Okay, so I think we're about to start now.
Yo, Vika, what's up?
Welcome everybody in the stream tonight. So tonight, guys, we have a special guest here. We have the owner and manager of Team BGI. His name is Yoda. Am I correct? Yes, Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yoda.
Right.
Please call me
So today,
BGI. Just call me Yoda. Yoda's fine.
nice. Um, Yoda, you give us a little insight of what Team BGI is.
Oh, as you know, Team B is one of the esports teams out of Barbados. Um, our goal at Team BGI is to help as many young, talented individuals to get to a level comparable to other individuals from the US, Europe, and abroad. Take them to a professional level in terms of being a content creator, in terms of being a professional gamer, in terms of being a professional athlete. Because we don't only look at gamers as
Is
content
Mike
creators.
yummy?
Mm-hmm.
Is this better? Is that better?
Yeah.
Right. We don't only look at esports athletes as the only one that can provide content. You know, we look at all athletes that way as well. So we giving anybody that opportunity. That shows us that grind, basically.
Right. And what inspired you to create Team BGI? Or if it wasn't you or the people that to create Team BGI?
Okay. Well, I've always been a gamer. At heart, I love playing. The old Atari, also Nintendo, whatever we had got at that time. And I started about gaming to relieve stress. I had a very stressful job, and started off playing Fortnite. And I mean, like almost right away, I realized how big, you know, this game was, and the opportunities that it was giving to so many other individuals across the world. And it was like, hey, what's going on in Barbados with this? And I started to do research, and I realized that not many people, there weren't many teams, and then when there were teams, they weren't done in a professional manner, and they weren't providing the youngsters with the opportunities that could really help them to get to the next level. So right off the bat, and also I'd be lying if I didn't think that it could make money as well. I'd be lying if it to say that. We
Mm.
haven't made any money from it, but we've been able to acquire loads of sponsorship to help the gaming community of Barbados, help schools, with again by donating prizes to schools. When the children from that school win the competitions, we also give back to the schools as well. So yeah, in a nutshell, again, we got into this because again, to relieve stress, then again to help the youngsters and anyone else that that we could help along the way.
Right, right. I understand. I understand totally where you're coming from with that because it's the same here. From that what I was talking about. The point you just brought across there, I talk about that every single time on this podcast about having a secondary school league, about
Mm-hmm.
having a chance to display young talent because there's a lot of underrated people and like not people who are already established in the Caribbean, like the more underrated people
Mm-hmm.
and even the established people they could get a chance to put their name out there if we
Yeah.
just come together as a community and work together and as that's what we're doing right now and I love it so uh, and when the podcast before the podcast started guys I was asking this man a load of questions although I told him I was supposed to leave the questions for now and now all the questions gone
Hold your head.
but
Hold your head.
yeah
Oh, we're taking time, man. I'm in no hurry.
yeah but what one of the questions I was asking him is if he knew the Caribbean Esports Federation,
Oh yeah.
and he said he's not familiar with it. Myself, I'm not familiar with it also, but he we brought across the point that if we can unite each country in a stronger way than it is now,
Mm-hmm.
with the Caribbean Esports Federation, a body of people, we could make a difference. And him by himself is making a big difference because the man has a large platform on Instagram and a large platform in Barbados. And even though Barbados is and Trinidad is two very small countries, the other countries around the Caribbean, if we pull together and work together, that this can make
Pull
it
our
a big,
resources.
big reality.
Yeah, cause I actually reached out to Trini on from he has about 10,000 followers on Twitch. I reached out to Trini. I also reached out to Enemy to so they could assist me in starting a professional gaming league throughout the Caribbean. So I wanted to start by hosting a tournament with Trinidad and Barbados, and then we would eventually brought in more islands as well. But nobody was ever able to help me put it together. So I had to put on the back burner. But what I did in Barbados is that I did a inter-school tournament, like how you were saying, a gaming league. But I try to go through the government to get assistance. But unfortunately, not just in Barbados, but across the Caribbean and the world, a lot of governments, I shouldn't say across the world, mainly the Caribbean, a lot of government institutions don't get involved unless they see you make it already. You have to make it, and then they want to, get on board afterwards. And I find that's part of the problem we're having here. I went ahead again without any help from the government, and I did the inter schools tournament, and it was a pretty big success. We gave it over $10,000 in gifts and prizes, and then we were also able to give each school a large screen television as well. So I was really happy about that. Um, and some of the
Uh,
schools said that they were very interested in having an esports team. So that's the next thing we're working on is to get an esports team in every school, so that the inter-schools tournament can become an annual something. It will be
Right.
annual, whether or not there's an inter-school team, but it would be easier to achieve if there's a team at every school.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and that you see, um, by itself, even as a goal, what you have done there is basically taking your own resources and team and did that, and that by itself, I want to applaud you for that. That's really, really good work for bringing esports into your own country. And as I say, it to everybody who think it doesn't start in the Caribbean. It doesn't start in the Caribbean in the different countries. It start right at home. You need to start it at home before you could go out and start promoting it. And the same thing with the schools, you're saying that they will only look at you when you started it in a professional way. But the amateur and the beginner way, nobody will just glance at you.
I wouldn't just say in a professional way, because there the professional athletes that are from Barbados that still wasn't getting any help from the government until they won a medal, and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
I'm seeing the same thing with the esports. And not just Barbados, probably the Caribbean. Not sure what the rest of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Caribbean.
Not just it's not even just Barbados, it's the whole entire Caribbean and probably some of the Latin American countries
Right.
because esports is very underlooked and not
Yeah.
really taken seriously by because of due to the culture in the Caribbean.
Yeah, a lot of people think that. Well, they used to think. I have a My org consists of about maybe 15 members off the top of my head. I can't really remember right now. And all the parents are, I must say, they're encouraging of the kids. They realize over the years that gaming is not just gaming anymore. That esports is $1 billion industry. And there's another thing the
Right,
governments of Barbados need to look at. There are countries out there that are building these sports teams, because they realize, one, how it's beneficial to the children, how it's beneficial to the country, and they're putting a lot of effort and financial backing into these esports teams, the youngsters, and hopefully, the Caribbean, and our leaders don't sit back and wait and let, for lack of a better word, a foreigner come in and take over and
right,
lead our kids in the wrong direction, or take all the profits back to their island, or the country, when we have people here more capable than those individuals of doing that
right,
ourselves.
exactly. And it goes back to show that that esports is still underlooked and we need to start pushing it even harder.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
if we could possibly contact the Caribbean Esports Federation, that would be a great help to us because for SYG, for BGI, for Trinidad, and for Barbados,
Hmm.
and we don't know the Esports Federation and for the Caribbean, and it's called the Caribbean Esports Federation. I mean, I don't know if they contact anybody else, but right now, the only like organization or team that is trying to push esports in the Caribbean, well, teams I should say would be My Tony, SYG, I want to believe Galacticon, um, uh, GG Lounge. Just have a couple of organizations, and all of these people we talk to day in day out, waiting for this, and we honestly try to make a committee in Trinidad, a solid committee, people with mature thinking and a vision because you can't, let's be real, you can't have the immature people on the committee because they'll fall apart and people who are not serious. It takes a lot for esports to like hit a professional level in the Caribbean. It is going to take a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. You always have to put in the work, unnecessary hours to bring it
Hmm.
to fruition. And I do believe if it's easier with more hands on board. What I'm doing right now, believe it or not, I've done everything by myself. Had
Mm.
partners that were supposed to be on board, but they backed out when they realized that the money was not going to be coming up front. Right now, what I keep telling people, what we're doing is laying a foundation. When you build a house, you got to lay a foundation, and then eventually you're going to bring up some uprights and some walls. Eventually, you
Mm-hmm.
put on a roof, and you're going to put on some windows, and you're going to paint that bad boy. And that's what we're doing.
Exactly.
We're laying a
Exactly.
foundation right now.
So that's basically where it start. And when we tell people, it's like, yo, listen, right now, it's not profitable to us in that
Yeah.
in that way, but it's profitable to the community.
Hmm.
People, they don't want to step into something like that. And the rare few people who do it are the people who, they try and they're trying their best. Like that's us, that's me, that's you, that's your community, that's our community. And see, the thing is, if we merge this community together, what happened really, I don't know if it happens in Barbados, but it happens a lot in Trinidad. There's a lot of toxicity and fight down and hate in the community, and that is what this podcast is for. This podcast is to eliminate all of that, eliminate the fight down, eliminate the heat, and and try to publish a good mindset toward everybody. If you're creating your content, be happy for somebody. Um, and don't hate, just show support. You don't have to go watch his stream every day. You don't have just drop a like when you can. If you come across his content, give it
Hmm.
a share, give it a comment.
Yeah,
And
I
I
feel.
don't know if it happens in Barbados. Does it happen?
Yeah. People always get afraid, and not just in esports, in business in general. If you have a business, and I mean, it happens both ways. So you have a business, and nobody else is thinking about that business until you start it, and then once they see you're getting successful at it, they're gonna try to come in and do exactly the same thing that you were doing, and it gets a little bit concerning to people who don't have a plan and don't have a goal in mind. They will say, well, this person come in and they're taking off, they're following a game plan and they're growing so quickly. But if you have a goal in mind, and you see know where you're going, and you have everything laid out the way it's supposed to be, you don't have to worry about the person that's coming behind you, because they still have to follow you. You're the trendsetter, and those people behind you are all followers. They're trying to follow you and see where you're going to, but you're going to eventually get there first,
Mm-hmm.
right? It happens
Right.
all over the world in all communities. People get scared when they have then people are given a variety of choices, because that's what it is. People get more choices now, so they don't have to always come to my stream. They can go to someone else's stream. And yes, people think the Caribbean is small, but it's not that small. If you provide good content, provide a good show, give people what they want. You can't always give them what they want, but once you do that most of the time, people are going to stay with you. And don't worry
Mm-hmm.
about the other guy. He has to do what he needs to do as well.
Yeah. Make sure your content is to standard to what you want it to be, and
Yes,
see where
sir.
you can improve. And making content, you have to make content with sense and understand what the audience want and what you want also, so you could try to balance it out.
Hmm.
Because in terms of content, you could make a, a billion montages, and the montages are just the same every time.
Yeah.
So you go, let's say montage because that's famous in Fortnite. You want to try to improve all your montages every montage. So every montage you either go with more edits, more effects, and then
Mm.
you try to improve it your content wise.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like anything in life. If you continue to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result, is defined as insanity, right? Anything you do, and you're supposed to sit down, just like Fortnite. If you're playing Fortnite and you're trying to improve your edits or whatever the case may be, you need to go and rewatch your gameplay and see where you're going wrong, and and implement things, put things in place where you can improve. If you don't do that, you're not gonna improve. Again, it's the same thing with your streams, your content for YouTube, whatever the case may be. You need to look at it and see, okay, where am I going wrong? Watch other people that are doing something similar to you and see where they're going right, and try to implement that into your game plan as well. That's the only way you're going to grow.
and somebody, one of my members asks, what if you hit a personal limit in terms of your content? All right, let's say like you're limited by a hardware or time.
Hmm.
You see, when you start to reach that limit, you either get tired or mentally frustrated,
Yeah, it's easy to get
and
mentally
you
frustrated.
don't want to reach that limit at all. For anybody who's trying to do like content, pro competitive gameplay, to ever try to reach that level, take a break, take some time off, remember your goal, and get back on it.
Yeah, rest is always important in everything you're doing. If you're working out, you need to rest in between sets to get back that energy, and motivation needed to get into the next set. And it's the same thing. Like again, I will use working out as a you know to get my point across. When you're going to the gym, you're working out. You usually go to the gym because you might have seen one of your friends. They started to look buff and stuff. You're like, "What are you doing?" I'm going to the gym. That motivated you. To get that way. That's why I always watch a lot of content on YouTube. I go and I watch a lot of other people that do the same thing I'm doing, other sports teams, other content creators, and I watch what they're doing, and I again try to implement it. Into what it is that I'm doing so that I can get better at what I'm doing. I mean,
Yeah,
I was horrible at Fortnite. I'm not the best Fortnite player right now, but I'm sure for my age group, I'm probably in the like top three. I would put myself out there as in my age group, not anything under because I'm a pretty old boy. But yeah, you gotta put in the effort. If you don't put in the effort, you won't get that A that you're looking for.
right. And in terms of creating the committee for the Caribbean, or trying to rebuild the committee for the Caribbean, because right now, I don't know. Well, I will have to do some more research to properly say this, but it looks like everybody's just doing their own thing, and the Caribbean Federation is just there, and they just will support
Yeah.
this one and support that one whenever somebody asks. But it's not supposed to be like it's supposed to be a committee coming together, having monthly meetings, daily feedback, and
Mm.
talking about plans. Because imagine if you have a Caribbean tournament on that scale. You have the qualifiers, you have the playoffs, you have everything, and you have the best of the best going head to head.
Mm.
That's just gonna be crazy. That's just gonna be
Yeah.
crazy if you ask me.
I
So
agree.
yeah.
I agree with you. That's why, again, like I said, I was trying to reach out to the most prominent orgs from our personalities, in terms of esports from each island to again put things in place where we could have that. We could have the tournaments, the Caribbean tournaments where we have all the islands come together and
How come
do.
your plans was folded in terms of like how it was left undone when you communicated with Enemy on Me and Trinity SS?
Well, like I said, I reached out to them and I on Instagram, on Twitch, several times, and Trini was a little busy, and it wasn't just the two of those. It was Mob Priya as well, which was a Priya as well. And Priya was busy coming after Christmas, and she was supposed to get back to me. And I'm the type of person I'm gonna reach out about 2 to 3 times, and then if again, if you are interested, I believe that you would get back in contact with me if I keep contacting you over and over and over, and then eventually you're gonna move on to something else, right? And what I did instead, I did instead of doing the Caribbean tournament, I did a giveaway. I did Christmas giveaways, and I gave away all the stuff that we got for sponsorship, basically
Mm-hmm.
for free. You just had to follow us on Instagram, support the team and that sort of stuff. And once you follow these steps, we give away over $10,000 Christmas around Christmas time in gifts. Give away brand new PCs, brand new headsets, brand new gaming equipment. Yeah, I also have a
And how did you acquire these sponsorship gifts? You get it from your own funding, from sponsors, from how?
right. So I have a marketing company as well, and yeah, we get money from sponsorship, and I just took up a lot of my own stuff that I had, um, some televisions I give to the schools and I give away. All that stuff came in my pocket as well. I mean, even the stuff I acquired from the sponsors. I mean, the stuff I could have given to my team, But again, we're trying to give back to the community, trying to show the government and people around us that what we're doing is something that can benefit the kids. So I believe, you can't keep everything for yourself. You got to give back something.
Right, yeah. And you have the same. the same drive as us. We always want to give back something to the community,
Mhm.
whether it be giveaways, whether it be um some sort of way to help someone small coming up, whether it be tournaments, and and that is why we have to start the committee.
Yeah,
That's one of the
I
reasons we
agree.
have to start a committee. Big
I
up
agree
all
with
the
that.
BGI members in the chat right now for supporting your owner and your manager. This guy is really awesome, especially for someone of his age group to be pushing this kind of vibe to esports. Big up all yourself one time. I'll have a great leader here. Trust me, and you'll never turn your back, his back on
I
you.
again, I gotta be merciful here, and I gotta say again, I do believe that this can make a lot of money if done correctly. You know, I do believe that it can help a lot of people. I see young individuals all around the world that are supporting their entire family for life. They don't have to worry again because of one, their families believed in them. Two, organizations saw them and saw their talent and invested in them. You know, and
Mhm.
three, these guys work really hard. That's why I try to that's my trying to instill in my team, you know, right now is that you have to put in your work, you know. So I know them feel like I'm coming down on them hard sometimes when I ask them to make sure they have the videos posted, make sure they send their clips that we can post and boost for them and that sort of stuff. And again, I try to explain to them it's for them, you know, it's to help them to grow, right? It's also going to help the org to grow in a whole. But if they can get the following, you know, because again, this is the way the world is going. If you can get a following, you can have your own brand. You know, you can produce your own brand that people are going to want to be a part of. Companies are going to want
Yeah,
to have your brand affiliated with their brand. And what I try to explain to them too is that yes, it's okay to post stuff, but you got to be careful of what you're posting as well because it will come back to bite you. You need to make sure that when you post something, it's something that you are proud of and that you don't have to think about 3 years from now when the world changes and they think that is disrespectful or whatever the case may be. So I
right,
try to get them to produce good content as well, respectful content.
right.
That's true. That's true.
I definitely understand where you're coming from with that because um in terms of what you choose to be your content, like make sure whatever you choose to do for your content, it doesn't have anything to get you in trouble in with anybody.
Yeah, you
And
can't please everyone. You know, you can't
yeah,
please
you can't please
everyone.
everyone. Yeah, make sure it's just in lines with you wouldn't get in trouble with anybody.
Yeah,
That's with content. Friendly competitiveness is okay. That's
yeah,
that you
for
can't
sure.
stop that. That's just the way of humans being competitive.
That is
And
right.
so yeah, I was asking you, is BGI only a Fortnite team?
No, like I was saying earlier, we chose Fortnite to launch the brand because again, Fortnite is the number one game in the world. It's the game that most people will come on your stream or go on YouTube to research content like for. So we started
Mm-hmm.
off with again Fortnite, but right now, like I said, we've just launched a BJRC challenge, BJ recruitment challenge for content creators. Not just sorry, let me just sorry, not just content creators, but video editors, content creators, uh, athletes. You know that
Right,
produce content, good content
right,
on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever your platform of choice would be, but on a constant grind. And we're giving away $10,000, which would be 5,000 US dollars to that individual as a signing bonus. We've got to make that clear. This is a signing bonus. This is basically your salary up front. You know what I'm saying? Plus a brand new setup for gaming or editing, whatever the case may be, whatever you're going to use it for. PC monitor, camera, headset, that sort of stuff, table.
right.
For some lucky individual there that will follow the grind for the next 6 months. It's a 6 month grind. And hopefully from doing this, we'll be able to get more sponsorship. We can get even more people on board. Because we tried the whole recruitment stuff before, but the process that we were using before was not working out. We were getting individuals, but
They didn't commit to the grind.
Yeah, they're not committing to the grain. So this right off the bat, you have to show us the grain, and you have to keep it up as well. You have to maintain all that's going to be because everything we do is contractual, right? So all that will be in the contract state all this stating what we need from you on a monthly basis and that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
even if you win and you're not willing to follow the contract, your parents think you can't follow the contract, we'll move on to the next person behind you because we're not going to pick the winner. The winner is going to be picked from our chat. We're going to pick 25 people. We're going to narrow it down to two people and we let the chat decide out of the two people who will be the winner.
I understand what you're saying there, and that's a really good motivation and an incentive for the people who grinding for Team BGI. So, I encourage, and I usually don't do this, but I encourage whoever wants to grind for Team BGI, go ahead and grind for Team BGI because this man is serious.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah, and not just because I want to say that, but because he has a vision and he has the same vision and the same drive as me as SYG. BGI and SYG has similar drives,
yeah, we got similar
right?
goals in mind.
Yeah, and what we want to do is unite the Caribbean, unite the audiences. Let's say it. So Trinidad right now, if a Trinidad Twitch, it's booming. So let's
Yeah.
see, we get Barbados Twitch, we get Jamaica Twitch, we get Dominica, everybody
Correct.
to support everybody on every platform. We see some of the top streamers, people who like to watch, getting 1K views. You see the competitive players getting 200 views. We see people who now coming up on 50. People who just started. And I don't know if it already has a Caribbean Discord. And the things with making Discords and pages and stuff, it has to be managed. So that's why we have to get in contact with the people first before we start making these things.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. I
Yeah.
keep saying if we come together and we form one, well, not one brand. Everybody's not going to come under one heading because everybody wants to be in charge and everybody wants to be. Yeah, these things happen. But if we can, like you said, get the committee in place where all the teams come together and form one committee and have votes, have meetings, have plans, and have one goal in mind. I don't
Mm-hmm.
see why we all can't grow and get to the point where we are established, like Cypher PK, Nick A30, those other esports guys or teams. I believe it can be done. Really do.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And we could have our own Caribbean role models.
Yeah,
But not just the Caribbean, we just in the Caribbean, but we could have our own role models. As
yeah.
we say, we look up to Typha PK, Nick Merckx, Nick ATT, and
Ninja, those guys.
Clicks, and Booga, and Benji Fishy, all these players. We look up to all these players, and we say, why can't we be like them? What's stopping us? You know? And it might even, if I'm pretty sure, if we build a professional community of esports in the Caribbean, we might, I don't want to say we could, we might be able to get our very own server for the Caribbean.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Because
That'd be awesome.
because every time of the day I go onto a game or COD or Fortnite, I always I'm pretty sure there's always somebody from the Caribbean playing the game. And
Mm,
if itself is just to extend the servers from um Florida, or bring like one of the, I don't know how it works, but it's so, it has so much thing. Just, one, we could probably get our own server or extended server or whatever.
yeah.
So,
Oh, what we're gonna do first though is to show that we can one put together tournaments in the Caribbean amongst ourselves. If we can do that, if we can say well we can get at least 20 athletes from every esports athletes from every region of the Caribbean to come together and host a tournament, a Fortnite tournament and stream on Twitch and show that we can get again the number of viewers and that sort of stuff in place, then we can say, well, let's put together the same, all of us orgs again put together and invite a couple professional players to take part, make sure that the money is correct, get a couple professional players. You can imagine if we get a man like Clicks or somebody like Nick Mercer or Nick 30 or Cypher PK come and take part in our tournaments, be a part of a tournament. Just imagine again, that, we get their followers and our followers to again combine, and
working,
support
yeah.
networking. So we gotta first of all find a way how to get ourselves to work together before we could even look at before they would even look at us, right? Yeah, we
We
can still here and make noise, but we're not gonna make enough noise, uh, org by org. If we get all the orgs together, if we sit together, we stand divided, we fall. That's exactly what's gonna happen. If we don't unite, we will never ever get to the point where Epic Games or whoever runs COD or whatever the kid would decide to put a server over here for our region because they're gonna keep saying Barbados is too small, Jamaica is too small, Trinidad is too small, but they can't
Yeah,
unite the
they would just
Caribbean.
completely repeatedly say that, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't reach nowhere. So that's why after the podcast, I want to talk to you a little bit, and
Yeah,
we're
for
going to
sure.
move forward into going to bringing the next country onto the plan, not onto the podcast just yet. We for the
Hmm.
podcast, we like to switch up different things, bring streamers, bring orgs, bring community heads, bring esports hosters, bring entertainers onto the podcast. But definitely going to do behind the scenes plans with all of this. All of it
Yeah, for
needs
sure.
needs to be broadcasted, and we need to get everybody on board this because it's time. We if we don't do it now, we will nobody won't do it.
Yeah.
And it will continue to be a lost cause.
If you just look at cricket, just using cricket as an example, we have Barbados again, Trinidad, Saint Lucia, Jamaica, all those countries, islands, sorry, that cannot beat Australia by themselves. They can't beat England by themselves. But when we came together and made the West Indies, we beat all of them. 'Cause we bring all the best together, form one team,
Right.
and beat everybody. But we do the same thing with esports. Get all the islands.
That's a classic example, and I love that.
Yeah, can't
Classic.
go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong at all. At
Yeah,
all, at all. And the thing is, we could see it happening, and it's just a matter of time, teamwork, and effort.
yeah. Time is the
Because
number one thing right there. Time.
yeah, number one factor, time.
Yeah.
And
If
and
it
I
go too
hope
soon,
the other federations answer to our call.
yeah, it would be great to have all the artists come together, form a federation to represent the esports for the Caribbean, and then make one push, one huge push together to bring everything to fruition. It'll make things so much easier.
Yeah, and well, what we wanted to do during the summertime, hopefully, if people play our cards right, we could host a tournament for the summertime, a grand tournament. We didn't have any game in mind right now, but that's just a draft in our on our books. We want to have a
Mm-hmm.
tournament, so basically a Caribbean tournament, a large scale tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and
Basically like a mock-up of the bigger tournaments, like how
Mm-hmm.
the leagues and them just be played over a couple weeks period.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
That's exactly what I had proposed to Trini and the others as well. It would have been a,
and
a week, a
I
week of.
I I personally I personally watch these guys and I talk to Enemy and Me. I don't really talk to Trinity SS, but sometimes when they'll get back to you. Sometimes
Mhm.
people have personal problems and they seem to
Yeah,
forget,
agree.
because and the same thing I was saying, Enemy and Me was getting a lot of heat from the Trinidad and Fortnite community as usual,
Mhm. Yeah,
as usual.
I get the same thing from Barbados, and I get a lot of youngsters that are very toxic towards me and the clan because, again, they- you try to do things as professionally as possible. That's what I try to explain to these kids. You gotta be very careful on what you say and how you do. I try to keep everything as family friendly as possible. When streaming, I won't say that I haven't sworn on stream before because sometimes it happens. Something happens. You're out of character because again, you got to be in character for certain things. But yeah, yeah, it's not easy. I know the hate. Trust me, I know the hate.
Yeah, and it's been a rough time, not just for you, but for also us in the Trinidadian community. We had our ups and downs, and we finally picking back our slack. And I actually think we're going in a good direction. And whatever you know bad um altercations we had with whatever, and we told them, let's forget that and let's move on because really and truly, it doesn't have time for that anymore.
Yeah,
The children games have stopped, and it's time to pick up the where we left off and start pushing forward. Because not just on an organization level, but as a community level for the Caribbean, we have to start to do some big moves and not just talk the talk. You have to walk the talk.
Yeah, you gotta make a move. You gotta make a move. You can do as much planning as you want, but you need to
Yeah.
take that
As
first
much
step.
as much as much talking as you want, and I want to believe this might be the first step, or
Yeah,
might be the second step for us, the first step for two of us.
yeah. I would like to believe so as well. Again, I really wanna put together something where we could really bring the Caribbean together in terms of gaming. I believe the FB have all the islands together, we can get so we can accumulate so much reach, more reach, and that's where we're gonna get sponsorship from. When you build, when you have a reach, when you have a platform that people want to be a part of and want to tune into every day, right? So if we can bring everyone together and provide that, then when we decide to go for sponsorship and that sort of stuff and backing from the governments and backing from the private sector, we have that reach, we have those numbers to show that hey, look, our last tournament had 30,000 people watching our last tournament. Just imagine with your brand on that, there's all those of people that are going to be watching you. And I believe it can affect tourism in all the islands,
Mm,
right? Because again,
exactly.
people, if we advertise, if we're hosting a tournament in Barbados and we advertise Trinidad apartments and that sort of stuff, or hotels, people in Barbados will say, "Oh, next time I go to Trinidad, I can stay here, I can stay there, I can stay there." Same vice versa with Barbados. If there's a Trinidad tournament, you reach out to people in Barbados and say, "Well, hey, look, we can have you on our streams in Trinidad, people watching it." They say, "Oh, I can stay at this beach villa in Barbados. Next time I go, I can stay at this hotel." It's.
Yeah, definitely. I understand where you're coming from. With the is basically audience sharing and the
Yeah,
networking there, and that's this is important for us here. Basically, so if we want to, like, say if you want to have a little event and you want SYG support, just ask us and we come over. We bring our audience and see how you came over here and you brought your audience.
yeah,
As much as as small as maybe 5 6 people that could help because a friend tell a friend, somebody tell somebody,
yeah. Word of mouth.
and and it's simple because right now esports in the Caribbean is in a beta stage. So the people who take the chance and push for it is basically the people who will reap the success.
But that's the way it should be. Like I say, we lay a foundation, but I don't want to lay a foundation for the wrong people. Like I say, we need to get this up and running as smoothly and as quickly as possible because there are people out there that have the money that can then come in and take advantage of our hard work and our efforts and just put things in place. And when I say people, it's good. It would be good for the growth probably, but when those kids when those people come in mind, they don't really have the best interest at heart of of the gamers and of the
Mm.
kids and stuff, right? They come in to make as
And
much
and that
money as fast as possible.
that comes with the brand building and all. The brand
Yeah,
when you brand building, you have to make sure and keep your brand clean and professional as possible. No matter if it may be esports, if it may be a clothing brand, and you know. And
yeah.
while we add brands, I'm going to show this brand. Let's not hold a second.
Go, let's go. Is the merch here? Is the merch?
It's
Yep. Um,
this is something for basically SYG's audience and the Caribbean. This is one of the sample merches for Team SYG. We have a simple
Nice, nice.
front logo,
I
our
love it. I
sponsors
love
to
it.
the side, and a
I was admiring it, man.
nice little lovely back.
I was admiring the
And
one you have on. Actually,
mm, what's that?
I was admiring the one that you have on. It's cool.
Yeah, I think one of my close friends did this for me, and I don't wear anything else. I might actually wear this ordinary merch, but I'm joking. But yeah. So this is one of the samples. We have much more designs to do, but this will be the first one on sale soon. And yeah, basically that is what. I
a little
wanted
bit
to show
more.
in terms of brand building, and even I'm watching your hoodie there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
watching your hoodie, BGI hoodie. It looks
BGI.
clean. It looks clean with the logo. You have the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
idea.
yeah, for sure. Again, you watch the people that came before you and what they're doing and what they've done, and you emulate it. If it's not broken, don't fix it, right? These guys make incomes from very variable different streams of income. Merch being one. There are so many sites out there. You just have to go to upload your logo, and people can go there and buy your merch. You don't even have to put any money forward. You just have to have the merch. Again, that comes with the following. Once enough people are following you, eventually people are going to start to want your merchandise, and that's the next logical step.
Yep, that's true.
Mm, exactly, exactly.
Facts.
So basically, I think this all in all was a good response from you, a good response from me, and this was a good podcast to be honest because we get to hear what we could do for future plans, what we are right now, and what BGI is. And again, guys, BGI is Barbados's one of their main esports orgs I should say, not a team, not a clan, a org, because this man is basically doing everything professional and in place for them to grow. And not to say they're not growing, they have a big platform on Instagram. And well, I don't know what else because I haven't really dug up so much, but they have. I'm pretty sure they have a big platform everywhere else they do go. Twitch, YouTube. I'm pretty sure.
Would you be able to show them the video with the recruitment challenge? If
Sure,
I could
if you
send it,
want.
if I sent you, could you pull it up on IG? Show them or no?
If you want, is if you is up to Yami.
Yeah, yeah.
Yami is the
Because
guy who
yeah,
had to see about that. He could probably put it on his screen.
yeah, that'd be cool. Again, like I said, we're reaching out to all, we're giving everybody opportunity to win that again, that $10,000, and it would be great to have somebody from Trinidad or Jamaica or Ghana, because again, all of our people right now are from Barbados. So if we can have someone else from another Caribbean island to join the org, that would be great.
Yeah, for sure.
All you females
Anybody
out there,
that's dedicated in terms of that.
yeah, just make sure and use BJRC in all your posts. And like it says, if it says, we will find you, because the hashtag. Once we search the hashtag, we're going to see all the posts on all the platforms.
Mm. Yeah, I mean you're getting through to it.
Yeah, read DM me it. I don't have the team in IG logged in.
Okay, give him. Want me to send
You
it to
could
someone?
you
You
could
want me to send it to you?
DM it to Scrappy, and he could
I'll
always
send it to
DM it to
Scrappy.
me.
He has a team. He has a team on. He go send it to the team and I'll send it straight to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna send it now. Uh, sorry, like I said, this Wi-Fi is really bugging out, so moving a little bit slower
that's
than
all good.
usual. This is it. Just make sure that's the other one. It's really cool to come across again like-minded individuals that have the same goal in mind. I think that we can do a lot if we work together. Team SYG send.
I
It
think
should
I
have it.
think I got it. The
Yep.
BGIRC.
BJRC.
It have it on your Instagram.
Yeah, it's on my screen. I just sent it Scrappy. It's Scrappy, right? Just want to make sure I sent it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I just sent it Scrappy.
Yeah, I'm sending Yami now.
Scrappy and Yams, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I send it to you, the Yami.
Yeah.
We're taking everyone seriously, so females included, guys. If you're a female content creator, and you think you have create good content on a weekly basis, just it's so simple. Just use BJRC in all your posts, guys. And present yourself with that opportunity. Because even if you don't win, we're going to be bringing you on, and we're going to be interviewing each and every one of you. All top 25 will be interviewed, given the opportunity again to help grow your socials, whatever the case may be. Gain a following. but only the top two. Then we'll pick from the top two.
Yeah, you can play it right there. Yeah, me, you don't really need to show me face.
Yeah, hold on. I saw for the video, so it will be a little more cleaner.
See, again, big shout out to if I can, big shout out to all BJ family, BJ Vari, BJ Carts, BJ Juicy, BJ Lorenzo, BJ Chrissy,
Yes.
BGI Cypher, BJ Bob, BJ Zenny,
Why don't
um
you just put it over the chat box?
BJ Archulus. Um, I know I'm forgetting some of you guys, but forgive me, guys. There's a lot of y'all to remember. Um, BJ Iniquity. We keep adding again
We can't
more and
hear
more
this, eh?
people.
You hear no? I don't know. Hold on.
Mm.
Big shout out to
No.
Westside Computers, our number one sponsor as well.
All right, that's no. Think I know why. Alright.
Pause it. Start, yeah, let's start it back.
You want to be in BGI?
You
You know
hearing
you can.
it play
Introducing
now?
the
Hearing the
BGI
audio?
Recruitment Challenge. For the next 6 months,
Mm.
we're going to be looking for the best of the best.
Soft.
How do we do this?
Alright.
Let's find out.
Should be better now.
It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. You could be a content creator, a professional gamer, graphic artist, editor. It does not matter. Just be yourself. So how do you get noticed? That's easy. Just make sure you use hashtag BGI RC in all of your posts. Be sure to follow us on our socials, stay consistent on your grind, and we'll find you. We'll be giving one lucky person a $10,000 sign-in bonus and a brand new gaming PC setup. We'll be picking 25 of the best entries. We'll be narrowing it down to the best two and let you guys decide who the winner is going to be. At the end of August, we're going to interview the top 25 that were chosen. We're going to narrow it down to the last two and we're going to let you, the chat, decide who the winner is going to be. Listen guys, it could be you. So head on over to our IG page for further instructions and don't forget to use hashtag BGIRC. Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
You want to be in BGI?
That's a
Well,
nice
now
little
you
video there.
can.
And people will get the
Introducing
incentive
the
to
BGI Recruitment
actually
Challenge.
go and do the grind to join BGI.
Yeah, hopefully they do, and we can get the amount of people that we want.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things. You put things in place, for individuals, and then they don't take advantage of it. That's a hard thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, once we get the response that we're looking for from this video, it will again be easier to get sponsorship to host the tournaments. Put things in place to help esports to grow in the Caribbean. So everyone, please take advantage. Make sure you use the hashtag so that when we take it to the sponsors and we show them, what is going on, that raising the capital for further tournaments and stuff like that will be a whole lot easier.
Right.
Like I
So
said,
definitely seeing some big stuff coming up from for FBGI, SYG, for the Caribbean, small tournaments, big tournaments. You
yeah,
already
but
know the vibe.
we really got to hook up off the podcast, and really talk about what it is we really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
How we're gonna do it for sure.
Mm.
I'm excited. You guys out there excited? 'Cause we got big plans.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait. It's definitely another today for today thing. It's definitely for a bigger time, bigger picture.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chad, you'll have any questions for Mr. Yoda?
Any questions for the boys over at BGI?
Yeah,
Uh,
thanks to the boys at BGI. Um, I don't know, don't know if you want to raid Yami. Um, After this, I don't know if any of the BGI members are streaming and you want to raid them. Um, Yoda.
Let's go, guys. Any of you guys streaming right now? Chrissy, Juicy, anyone streaming? What time is it though? This should still be on. Vari streaming?
The
Sure. BJ
video,
Vari.
the video that we showed there, that is the recruitment challenge for BJ, right?
Yes, sir. That's the recruitment challenge.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris. That is the recruitment challenge for BGI.
The our guy, our team captain is streaming. That's from what I was told. BJ Vari. Let me just double check.
It's basically a good incentive, you know. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a good incentive for everybody to for the grind for them. I like that.
Yes, sir.
It's like a phase. A phase. What's the name of this
Exactly.
thing?
Phase
It's a
five.
Phase
phase.
Phase.
five, phase five, phase
Phase
one,
5. What's the one that having this year? It's phase 1 and
phase one. I think it is. Yeah.
yeah, it's phase 1.
Funny how their name just rolls off your tongue. Phase one. That sounds,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty cool. Then they can have a phase two, phase three. Yeah, when they was doing the challenge and making the video, I actually, again, if it's not broken, I fix it. I actually looked at a lot of their stuff and try to get it to flow. The way their videos are flowing.
What
I can't, of course, I
what's
can't
the
give a
team
million
name?
dollar signing bonus.
What's the
Hmm?
team
Was
name,
it was
Danny?
it the teammate
BGI
to streaming right now?
Vari.
Oh, BGI Vari, BGI
Yeah.
Vari.
You streaming
Mm.
Valorant right now?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
streaming Valorant. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you will give him a little host. Somebody in the
Okay,
chat
what does
want to know
BGI
what
stand
BGI
for
stands for.
before?
Yeah.
Right. So when I was looking at the name, I wanted to represent Barbados as much as possible. Right. And BGI is the code used at the airports, different ports and seaports. It's the code you'll see on anything that you ship in to the island. BJ is always on it. So
Okay.
that's why I picked BJ. So again,
Nice,
you
nice.
know,
That's good
like
to know.
how
All right, guys.
you
Well, if you all have any more questions for Mr. Yuda, thanks for tuning into this podcast. Definitely, a pleasure to have him on the podcast to get the insight. Definitely good to mix the cultures. Definitely good to, you know, for the further development of esports. For the next podcast, we don't know who we'll have yet, but always a surprise for you guys to come and check out the podcast. Pick up all the BGI members. Pick up Mr. Yuda himself.
thanks for
Make
being
sure to go
having
and
me.
check out them on the
On the
Instagram,
Instagram, the
TikTok, Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, you can find us. All of them should start with BJ Esports,
Mm.
except
Yep.
I think.
If you are interested in getting into his RC, definitely be sure make sure to mention him so you go keep an eye on you all. You know, very good players out there. And yeah. Uh, anything you want to say, Mr. Yura?
Yeah, man. I want to thank you guys first and foremost for having me on board. Sorry for introducing, having me on the stream and on the podcast. How many days a week? Is it just on Sundays? Is it once a month?
Oh, the podcast. The podcast is every first
Yeah,
and third Sunday of the month. If
the
it
third.
so be that we can't make the first and third, it will always be the following Sunday. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So by
So
the first and third Sunday.
yeah, all of my whoever's in here that would usually watch us, all of our team members, guys, make sure and tune in and watch these guys as well, because they have the same goal in mind as BGI. They're all about pushing esports throughout the Caribbean. So try and support them as much as possible. Again, you definitely will have my support. I'm looking forward to working and collaborating with you guys in the future as well. And
Definitely, definitely.
here's to the great things happening.
Definitely. And even though even in time we could have reacting to crack Caribbean players,
For
reacting to
sure.
streamers, and we could definitely have that if our plans come together, and we hope so. Yeah, sure, we could have a BGI times SYG event, probably a merge together, probably something like that, never know.
I
But
I am
all of that would be
sure
in the making.
I am sure that again, I'm a man that I work off of energy, right? And I like the energy that I felt today, and I'm very interested in moving forward and seeing, what we can do together for sure. Put our old and young minds together.
Okay, we don't worry. We're on the old side too. Don't worry.
And just a little heads up for the BGI RC is Caribbean wide, not just
Not just
Barbados.
Barbados alone.
Yeah, it's
Caribbean
Caribbean
way,
wide.
guys.
So
You're looking for a player from any island, a content
we
creator.
are free.
Again, anyone that want to push themselves out there, just create your proper content, keep up the grind, and we will find you guys for
Yep.
sure.
Mm,
And the grind is
definitely.
not a 2 days or 3 days. As
Six
mentioned,
month
is
grind,
a 6 month grind. So
6 month grind. It will really show us who's interested from who's not.
Yeah, and who's playing the fool and who's not. So yeah. So without further ado, we go. Let's commence the raid and thank you guys for tuning in. Be safe, sanitize. You know,
Yep.
and yeah.
Peace, guys.
see y'all in the next one. Right, and we reading BGI Vary.
Thank you guys for that as well.
No problem. So it was a good vibe. Did the raid start yet? Oh, wait, no
Yeah.
conversion.
Yep.
Let's go. See if he notices. And he's fully locked in on his Valorant game.
Yeah, that is how it tends to
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for that, though. Hopefully, it can
Alright,
No
benefit you
so
guys.
problem. I'm pretty sure your boy's gonna enjoy that raid.
Yeah, for sure, man. Good kid, man. We all are. Just need to be pointed in the right direction.
yep.
Honestly,
Oh
I
my
have
goodness,
no clue. I hit him
beautiful.
so many fucking times. I hit him
Whoa.
6 times.
Thanks for the falls, boys. Thanks for the falls. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Last round
BJ
in the
raid?
half.
Did you raid me? Wait, BJ boy raid? Wait, what
I think you
happened?
left me both brothers and something
No.
happened.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Thank you for the raid, bro. Thank you for the
no.
raid. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Yes, sir. Wait,
No,
2 people
realize.
raid me? What the hell?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't seem like your ping is going up. Jet.
Jesus. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. How's everyone's day going?
He's extremely talented at Fortnite. Branched off into other games.
That's what you raid? Yeah. BJ was on SID podcast on SID raid? Oh, okay.
Oh my god, my
Alright, nice.
ping, bro.
The podcast end then, damn it.
Yep.
Oh god, this light in my eye though.